Hi everyone, my name is Arvinolano and welcome to my YouTube channel. So, nobody asked, but in today's video, I am going to be sharing my tips, my tricks, my hacks on how to take your shelves from this to this. So before I style any surface, I make sure that everything is completely off. That way I have a blank canvas. Okay, don't you wish cleaning was that easy? Let's get started with the video, everybody, and a few things that I want you to keep in mind while we style these shelves together is scale, proportion, pattern, and texture. Now, I'm gonna be following a specific formula for both shelves. That way, the end result is really pleasing to the eye. I really hope you can follow along with this styling session so your shelves can look just as good. So when we're looking at the shelves head on, we are gonna be following a zigzag pattern all the way down, and you're gonna see in a moment exactly what I am talking about. So let's just get to styling, and I'm gonna start with the top two shelves just so you can see the direction that we are going with. By the way, I'm gonna try to link everything that I can down below in the description box for you of similar or the same items. So in the top shelves, I'm gonna start with something tall, like this one here. It's an abstract female bust. This one's actually old. I got her from Pier 1, but I like the height because it's gonna draw your eyes up, especially if it's on the top. I'm gonna pair it with a similar kind of shaped vessel. This is a vintage Turkish olive vessel from Centered Style, and I'm pairing these two together because they both have kind of that really sensuous curved detail. She's very curvy and she is also very curvy. They also have a very similar color tone. So for this next shelf, I'm gonna add this Chanel book and this super chic candlestick holder that I got from one of my favorite vintage shops, AOE Objects. And this is really just going to add something visually interesting to our vignette. Now this book is small, so I'm actually gonna pull it forward. That way you can really experience that kind of logo detail. I love adding candlesticks any chance I get because it really just adds like a mood and a vibe, you know what I mean? So notice on this first shelf, we have a grouping of two on one side to the left and a single item here on the right. And we're gonna be following that pattern all the way down, and you're gonna see here in a little bit exactly what I mean. Hopefully. So to follow our zigzag pattern, I'm gonna place another book right over here and a single item, which is going to be this paper mache bowl from Centered Style, okay? How good is this bowl? It is so nice. Like, I have never had a paper mache bowl until now, but I can see why everybody loves them. They're so chic, and because it's a really beautiful piece, I want it to be on a shelf where it can be experienced when you're looking at it head on. I always like to add similar looking items together in a vignette. So I have that paper mache bowl. I feel like it'll really look nice with this onyx pedestal bowl. This is vintage. And I'm gonna pair it with this brutalist vessel that I got recently. So I like this piece because it has a really like organic shape and it'll provide a really nice contrast against this bowl. I'm always thinking about contrast or cohesion when I'm making my vignettes. Now I hope you can kind of see the pattern that we are going for. We have a single item here with a book, and then down here we have another item with a book. Up here we have a grouping of two, and right underneath we have another grouping of two. So we're gonna continue that pattern all the way down. I'm playing with a monochromatic palette here, and it makes it really easy for me to style, but you can apply these tips into your own home and your own interior design style. So since I have a large statement bowl up here, I really wanna pair it with something dainty and delicate. That juxtaposition is always something that I'm thinking about when I'm styling, is pairing large, in-charge pieces with delicate and dainty pieces. These are vessels from Restoration Hardware. Look at this cute little vessel. I mean, you are so cute. They're very dainty and delicate details paired with a statement piece right up here. So your goal when you're styling up your shelves is to make sure each individual vignette is a moment of its own, and in the end, you want it to work harmoniously together. I'm gonna add this book right over here. So when I was styling this shelf, I knew I wanted this vintage alabaster vessel to be in here, but it's actually way too tall. So I actually decided to just turn her over to her side. That way, I can still get her really beautiful organic shapes, and I'm kind of like seeing her in a new light. I kind of like her tipping over. She looks really, really cute that way. Here, I'm continuing that pattern of a single object paired with a book, as you can see in these two other shelves. Another thing you want to keep in mind is negative space. You don't want to over-clutter your shelves, and you want to pick and choose where to make a statement and where to make it a little more quiet. So up here I have my large bowl that's taking up the entire shelf, and then down here I really have all this negative space so that your eyes have kind of a resting point. So next you would know we need a book and a single item on this shelf. I have another neutral book, and I have the Arvin stool from Shop Salt Air Vintage. I'm gonna link this down below. It's one of my new and favorite pieces here in my home. She is so versatile, and instead of just putting her straight on like this, okay, I'm actually going to turn her a little bit to the side. That way you can really experience her beautiful legs, okay? Her legs, they are legendary. Up next, we need a grouping of objects right on this shelf. I'm gonna start with this gray vessel from Centered Style, and I'm gonna keep it tone on tone. I have some gray bowls right down here. So these are usually in my kitchen, but I just thought like the shape, the color looks so nice with the vessel. Another thing you want to keep in mind when you're styling is make sure your objects aren't on the same plane. So maybe push this vessel back and then bring the bowls a little bit forward, and that's really just going to help to create depth and dimension. I always want to try to add a little bit of green, okay, any chance I get. This is just a little olive branch that I got from my backyard, and I'm going to put her really carefully on this gray vessel. I want it to just peek through. Okay, that's cute. Next up, I have this cane box that I got a long, long time ago, and I love introducing boxes to shelves because it allows you to introduce kind of a new shape, a square shape. And then last but not least, I have this massive Moroccan geode that's gonna go down in this shelf. Okay, oh my gosh. Ooh. She is heavy, you guys. She is heavy. So for the bottom shelf, I decided to keep it simple by only placing one object in each shelf. That's really going to ground the entire decor moment. And I broke up the pattern on purpose just because I wanted to. So just to go over a few more tips now that we've landed upon our final look, you want to play with different shapes, sizes, and textures. So I have things that are curved and sinuous, but I also have things that are square. You want to keep in mind the different heights of the objects that you're pairing. For example, I have a tall vessel with a low bowl, tall sculpture with a low vessel. Creating those different height levels really allows your eyes to travel across the shelves, and there's always something interesting in each vignette. Styling a surface definitely takes a little bit of work and time to kind of perfect. Hopefully you like the formula that I use to style up these shelves and that you can apply it into your own home. All right, everyone, that was it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Sound off in the comments down below if you found this video helpful, and tag me in your stories if you decide to use any of these tips or tricks. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.